Listen through the Word in a Google Chat group. Monday, March 30th, Deuteronomy 13:1. April 5th, Sunday, Deuteronomy 28:68. The document contains key laws and statutes from the book of Deuteronomy, chapters 13 through 28 in the King James Version, covering a wide range of moral, civil, and religious duties. 1. Religious purity, apostasy, and justice. Deuteronomy 13:17, 18. Idolatry and false prophets. If a prophet or dreamer encourages serving other gods, even if their sign comes to pass, they must be put to death. Anyone who secretly entices others, even family members, to serve other gods must be killed by stoning. If an entire city turns to idolatry, it must be utterly destroyed and burned. 1. Judicial authority. Difficult legal disputes must be brought before the priests and judges in the chosen place, and refusal to obey their sentence is punishable by death. All matters must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. 1. Prophecy and sorcery. Israel is commanded not to practice the abominations of other nations, such as divination, witchcraft, or consulting familiar spirits. God promises to raise up a prophet like Moses, but a prophet who speaks presumptuously in the Lord's name or in the name of other gods must die. 1. Kingship. A king must be set over Israel whom the Lord chooses, and he must be a brother, not a foreigner. He must not accumulate many horses, wives, or excessive silver and gold, and he must write and read the law daily. 1. Dietary, financial, and social laws. Deuteronomy 14:15, 23, 24. Dietary laws. Israelites are a holy people and must not eat unclean things. Clean animals must chew the cud and have cloven hooves, example, ox, sheep. Swine and animals that die of themselves are unclean. Only fish with fins and scales are allowed. 1. Tithing and poor relief. A yearly tithe of produce must be eaten before the Lord or converted to money for celebration in the chosen place. Every 3rd year, the tithe is to be stored within the gates for the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. 1. The year of release. Every 7 years, debts owed by neighbors or brothers must be released, though debts owed to foreigners may be exacted. Israelites must be generous to the poor, lending freely even when the year of release is near. 1. Slavery. A Hebrew man or woman who serves for 6 years must be set free in the 7th year and furnished liberally. If a servant chooses to stay, his ear is pierced to the door, and he remains a servant forever. 1. Pledges and servants. When lending, do not enter the borrower's house for the pledge. A pledge taken from a poor man must be returned at sundown. Hired servants must be paid daily before the sun sets. 1. Individual justice. Fathers shall not be put to death for their children, nor children for their fathers. Every person is put to death for their own sin. 1. Gleaning. The forgotten sheaf, unpicked olives, and second gathering of grapes must be left for the stranger, fatherless, and widow. 1. Feasts and worship. Deuteronomy 16. 3 annual feasts. All males must appear before the Lord 3 times a year to observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Passover, the Feast of Weeks, Pentecost, and the Feast of Tabernacles, bringing offerings as they are able. 1. Prohibitions. Israel must not plant a grove of trees near the altar or set up any image. 1. War and marriage laws. Deuteronomy 20, 21, 22. Warfare. Before battle, the people are to be encouraged by a priest, and exemptions are granted for those who have not dedicated a new house, eaten from a new vineyard, taken a betrothed wife, or are fearful. Distant cities must first be offered peace. If they refuse, they are besieged. All local nations, Hittites, Amorites, etc., must be utterly destroyed. Fruit trees must not be cut down during a siege. 1. Captive women. If a soldier takes a beautiful captive woman, she must shave her head, pare her nails, and mourn her parents for a month before he may marry her. If he later dislikes her, he must set her free and cannot sell her. 1. Marital and sexual misconduct. Divorce is permitted, but the first husband cannot remarry his divorced wife if she subsequently marries another. Laws are prescribed for cases of false accusation of non-virginity, adultery, and rape, resulting in death by stoning for the offending party or parties. 1. Levirate marriage. If brothers dwell together and one dies without a child, the living brother must marry the widow to raise up a name for the dead. 1. Miscellaneous commands. Deuteronomy 19:22-25. Cities of refuge. 3 cities must be set aside for a person who kills another unintentionally. 1. Lost property. Lost property, like an animal or raiment, must be returned to its owner. 1. Mixtures. Prohibitions include wearing a garment of wool and linen mixed, and plowing with an ox and an ass together. 1. Corporal punishment. A wicked man worthy of beating may receive up to 40 stripes. 1. Amalek. The remembrance of Amalek, who attacked Israel when they were weary, must be blotted out. 6. Blessings and curses. Deuteronomy 27:28. Covenants. Moses commanded that upon crossing the Jordan, stones covered with plaster should be set up on Mount Ebal and inscribed with the law. The tribes were to stand on Mount Gerizim for blessing and Mount Ebal for cursing. The curses. The Levites were to pronounce curses against secret sins like idolatry, dishonoring parents, moving landmarks, perverting justice, and various sexual sins, to which the people were to respond, Amen. 1. Blessings. Obedience to God's commandments will result in blessings in the city and field, fertility, victory over enemies, and Israel being the head of nations. Curses. Disobedience will bring curses including sicknesses, barrenness, defeat, foreign oppression, and scattering among all people. God will rejoice over them to destroy them and bring them to naught. In times of siege, distress will be so great that parents will eat the flesh of their own children. Would you like me to elaborate on a specific chapter or theme from this summary?